simple glam tutorial.
I realized that I really do any matte eyeshadow looks anymore, so I decided why not do it. So we started with our skin prep as usual. Here's a fun fact about me: when I'm teaching, I like to be very directive, and I also love to actually know that my student actually understands. And this is one thing that I cannot run away from. Speaking of teaching, we are finally taking our iconic masterclasses out of the country. So we are coming to Zimbabwe in October. The poster is already out. It's pinned on all our social media pages. But if you want more information, feel free to send us a text in the number in our bio. So if you go to our profile, you will find there's a number on there. Just text it on WhatsApp and inquire. But let me tell you something. One thing I know is that we never go to any place where there isn't demand. My team and I finally decided to take our masterclasses to Zimbabwe first because of the demand we got. So you can imagine how the girls are already excited to register. We've already started getting registrations. In fact, we're actually thinking, why did we put the date so far? So if you're watching this and would love to be part of the class, do not contemplate. Make sure you run and you register. I absolutely loved how this Blossom foundation melted into her beautiful skin. I was using my beauty blender by Wink Beauty, which I always rave about. You guys know it by now. Very important for me to blend really well into the skin and go in with more product where needed. Now, here's the thing that I was actually addressing this morning. Our one-on-one classes are as good as our master classes. So master classes, which is your group classes, it all depends on what you prefer. When I tell you guys that we have seen some of the best students being produced by group classes, as well as some of the greatest students also being produced by one-on-one classes, I think it just depends on who you are as a person, your concentration, and what exactly you're trying to take away from the class. For instance, I love master classes or group classes as well, because I have realized that sometimes you learn through what others are asking in class. So for instance, in a one-on-one class, you get all my attention. I get to show you everything in closer proximity. Whereas in a masterclass, also really good because you get to hear other people's questions. You also get really motivated. I've seen most students that do really well, especially on practice day for our master classes, mainly because they are amongst other artists. So you're just motivated to do amazingly well. So, but also there is a huge advantage to your one-on-ones as well. So at the end of the day, it's just about what you prefer and what do you think works best for you. But for now, let's talk about this class that we'll be hosting in Zimbabwe. It's going to come with a lot of information. I think my team and I have already started preparing. And you guys know, when we start working towards a project, we make sure that it's very successful. I am going to be teaching about different types of products. If you're a professional makeup artist, but you still don't have any direction, this class is also for you. Even if you are clueless. And do you see how I'm trying to show using my hands where you place your contour, your bronzer, your concealer? That is the exact same thing that you'll be able to get from this particular class. I am going in with my powders, and you're surprised, this look was actually recorded for an online class that is also going to be available just for this winter. I really don't want to make a lot of noise about this class because it's going to be accessible to a very limited number of students, because we have been getting a lot of requests regarding online classes. So I also really wanted to show you guys how powder placement is very important. And this is one thing that we were actually speaking about with my student today, who flew in all the way from Eastern Cape. And I explained to her that sometimes all you need is a good powder and a good technique in order for your glam to actually last long. So all the techniques that you guys see in bits and pieces on my videos, if you're in Zimbabwe, you're gonna get to see it in person with close proximity. But not only that, I will be there on the last day to guide you, to see you put everything that you've learned practically, and make sure that I give you all the necessary practice as well as correction that you need. Not only do I get to supervise you on my own, but I also come with my team, and it will be a hands-on group masterclass. If there's anything that we're known for, is paying a lot of attention to all our students. I am going in with my brow gel, just making sure that I tame down those brows. If you don't have any idea on what products to purchase, what to use, worry not. We are bringing Infinite Beauty Cosmetics all the way to Zimbabwe in person. So if you're interested in purchasing a kit, you don't know what to buy or where to purchase it from, this is also going to be a very good opportunity for you. And like I mentioned earlier on, registrations have literally started flying out. And I am seeing a lot of comments. I'm seeing a lot of requests from people from other countries. And I just want to say that the only way my team and I can get to consider your area, could be a province and could be a country, is only if we get a lot of requests. So just because one person drops a comment and says, please come to Uganda, please come to Zambia, doesn't necessarily mean that we'll up and go. We go where there's demand, and we have received quite a lot of demand in Zimbabwe, hence the decision to take our classes there. We did this beautiful eye lifting technique, which you guys know I will always do. Super addicted to it because, I mean, look at her beautiful eyes. Did the brows off camera. How to draw your brows will be shared at this masterclass as well. I feel like physical masterclasses, we're able to actually direct you and show you how exactly it's done. But if you feel like you're further away, you have no access to any physical class as yet, an online class is a good starting point because they're also just as detailed. The only difference is that it's not physical. We don't get to show you how to practice and whatnot, but it's a very, very good investment as well. We have some of the best students worldwide who are doing amazingly well, especially after attending our online classes. And like I mentioned, if you're interested in learning anyhow, whether be it online, one-on-one, or group class, Zimbabwe Masterclass, please send us a text in the number in our bio. I was using this lip liner. You guys know I was always a lipstick girl, but I recently changed into a lip liner because I feel so bougie actually. This is a lip liner by Wink Beauty, and I got it from Infinite Beauty Cosmetics. I never used to love liners because I felt like they just took too much time. They were not as creamy as I wanted them to be. But this one in particular, when I tell you it's the best, I think this was in the shade Lock-In or Lock-It. I forgot because I'm still trying to get used to the shade names. You guys know I love to know all my products by shade. So we went in with our lipstick and I felt like this look came out so beautifully. It just brought me back to actually wanting to create more matte eyeshadow looks. And I told you guys this look is going to be available for the online winter class, which I mentioned will be accessible to a limited number of students to a limited time span. So just for winter, in order, if you want to refresh your skills, if you want to just know how we do our full on glams, this is for you. I cannot wait to see everybody that has registered in Zimbabwe. And like I mentioned, our registrations are still open. We have been getting requests. When are you closing registrations? As soon as we reach the amount of students that we can handle, then we are closing registrations. So it doesn't necessarily mean just because the class is in October, we will still be receiving payments in October. Okay. So better for you to secure and don't miss out. This is one of my favorite looks, by the way. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Bye.